Hello everybody and welcome back to the brutish Brandenburg campaign, the belligerent Brandenburg campaign, the brutal Brandenburg campaign. I really haven't really settled on one yet. You of course know what I settled on, probably, because I almost certainly came up with it before I uploaded the first episode. But back in the past with me, I'm not certain. So, Papal State once again. In between episodes, I have looked up the event that happens. We have an option to you give up like these two provinces to Bohemia, and I think this province to Poland, and in exchange you get the new dynasty. You get a PU over someone down here, Newmark. I think someone's mentioned Newmark. Newmark. Anyway, somewhere, and you get rid of the -3 accepted cultures thing, and your culture goes back to East Elben. So we'll probably just wait for that. Rather than try and do anything funky about, you know, accepting the culture and then making it the prime, accepting the cultural shift and all that stuff, because that probably costs stability, and Lord knows it's not something we can really afford right now. So just to look at the privileges that the nobles currently have, it's ridiculous. They currently have all of these things, giving them stupid amounts of stuff. It does make them very influential, which does at least make them, you know, relatively well off. So they have more men in reserve than... they have 8 privileges. It's insane. Lesser nobles, on the other hand, only have 4. Which is why often a good strategy is not to actually revoke the privileges of the greater nobles, but instead just to demote them and make them all lesser nobles. Do the lesser nobles currently have a privilege which makes them promote? Yes. Every year, there is a 25% chance for 0.5% of the lesser nobles to convert to greater nobles. We must get rid of this as soon as possible. We're going to have to get to positive on stability to do it. Because we want to keep as many people as possible as lesser nobles rather than greater nobles. Hey, our Prince Elector Ludwig I is now a conqueror. Fantastic, how very appropriate. Less separatism. We could really do with an heir. That would be ideal. It's annoying though, because, you know, he's a good guy. The event will probably, you know, kill him. Or maybe it happens on his death. Anyway. So we're eyeing up the Pomeranian succession. I think these guys are all subjects of each other or something. No? You're just alone in the world. Okay. Well, we could go for you right now, actually. Yeah. Cool. Let's do it. Access to the sea. We've got enough manpower. These are just level 2-4, level 1-4, level 2-4. So we should be fine on that front. We have enough money for now. Ooh, that's what I forgot to do. It's what you must always do at the beginning of every M&T episode. Campaign. Stop rooting out maintenance. They've essentially nerfed corruption. They've massively nerfed how much you can actually reduce it by. And basically you're just not supposed to. You're supposed to just control what makes it trend. +1 from greater noble corruption. That's insane. Convince the Pope to appoint a cardinal. No, that's okay. We don't need a cardinal. We're not going to stay Catholic. We're going to do something funky. Canonixene? We'll see when it shows up. It's one of those Protestant types. So who gets us at the moment? Bohemia. And we don't get this guy anymore, do we? No. It's not going to be an easy way for us to end this thing. So can we seek a annulment? It is a decision, isn't it? Appoint a prelate. If we are not theocracy, our government is isn't theocracy. I think this doesn't mean one of the following. I think it means all of the following. Brandenburg's government is not theocracy. You have to have at least 4 cardinals. You can't have to have cardinals for or great deal of influence or... Interesting. I think you just have to have 4 cardinals or great influence or authority over the church. We can get a prelate. Prelates are nice. They give you yearly prestige. And they're a province modifier, so you can take them from neighbours, which is always fun. We gain 44 manpower per month, which is a little insane. Insanely low, obviously. Prestige or cash? Well, as soon as we get it positive, it's already trending down. So I feel like the prestige is not worth it. Let's take the money. Fully improved with Bohemia, excuse me. Let's keep improving with the good old Pope in Avignon. There we go. Now, with our 2-star general, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, we could probably... Maybe we should take this province. There's some urban pop here. Only 1,000. Probably not worth it. Did I ally you in the end? No, I didn't. So we could go against you. Who you allied to? No one? Yeah, Oldenburg. Gain access to the sea here. Get a bit closer to Lübeck. Not in a position to try and take Lübeck right now, but I think we should probably just focus our aggressive expansion over here. So what was Stettin? Very doable as well. They are on Mil Tech 6 now. Very important. We should notice that. Are you on Tech 6? No. Are you on Tech 6? No. All right, let's jump on them before they get Tech 6. Because I'm going to lag a little bit behind on military tech while we finish our military idea group. I think it's worth it in the long term. It'll save us military points overall, as I explained in previous episodes. But yeah, I would like to jump on these guys before that happens. We're just going to take this province. We're not going to take these two. I don't want to get too much unlawful territory in the Empire. We'll sort of keep ticking down. God, our legitimacy is awful. We're going to need to give more gifts to the greater nobles, make them more happy. Alright. Come back from the Pope Man, and at the end of this month we'll declare. Quickly wipe these guys out. Go over and get that siege done. Okay. We have got those separatists. Ooh, quite a few separatists down here. Because of that not accepted East Elban. So the event does give us East Elban as an accepted culture, but we should just accept it now, shouldn't we? It's 170 Diplo points, but it'll make it so much more stable around here. This place isn't East Elban, is it? No, but this area is. Yeah, I'm going to accept East Elban to help with the unrest from the Greater Noble event that we're getting in our capital. Yes, make it a accepted culture. And now we could cultural shift, but it would take another 285. So I don't really want to do that right now. Right, that's helped a bit. Yes, good. Got it going down there. And these should switch from separatists to... Well, no, that was only if we made it primary that they would actually switch. So belligerent Brandenburg continues in its violent ways, going to war here. I don't think we need estate troops for this one, which is good because they're expensive. Let's just see how much. Only 9 aggressive expansion from this, not much at all. Of course, ideally we want to chain this directly into a war with Stettin, because that way we can get the cores on this area. We want to take just this whole area as quickly as possible. Maybe I should have waited before starting the first war, knowing that, actually. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm just going to try and keep these guys down but until they run out of money and or manpower and stop training men. I suspect this has so far just been their men followed by their estates men rather than any of their own men. But we lose almost no manpower and we get plenty of juicy army tradition and prestige for winning these battles. So I think it's good and worth it. If our leader is going to die before we get an heir, I hope he dies when we're at war, because then at least we won't get a personal union foisted upon us. If we do get a personal union, under a personal union, I won't just give up or restart. And, oh, yes, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the campaign. We're not playing on Iron Man, because you'd be mad to play MEIOU&Taxes on Iron Man, because, you know, it's just not stable enough. And I don't mean that as an insult. It's a ridiculously huge mod, so that's entirely reasonable that it should have crashes occasionally. But you know, there might be a situation where we have to revert to a previous save. So I'm going to be, you know, saving at the end of each episode when I remember and all that kind of thing. But in terms of save scumming, I will, unless something happens that I think is actually like a full-on bug, I will endeavour to not reload. So we're going to play on a kind of, you know, slightly softened Iron Man, but nevertheless pretty much considering it Iron Man. These guys still have army drill. I'm kind of surprised. It's decreasing by only 0.8 per month. Is it not decreasing from reinforcement? Because in the base game it decreases very rapidly from reinforcement. See if it does. It should go down by only 0.08. See if it goes down by more than that, because it's taking 3.5% losses. It would normally go down by 3.5%. as well as the 0.08. Yeah, it definitely is going down because of losses. All right, never mind. 3.5% of the total drill, though, not 3.5% flat. So it's going to be pretty tough to get in here. We only have a... well, we have a 50% chance to make some progress. But yeah, it's only going to be supply shortage, nothing better than that. Game's ticking quite a bit faster now. I've closed some stuff in the background. Oh, I love this song. It's a good one. Lots of the MEIOU&Taxes soundtrack is so good. I apologise if the music is pretty quiet on your end. I know it's entirely possible. The eternal curse of the YouTuber is to be concerned that if I make the music too loud, you won't be able to hear me, and it'll all be terrible, and you'll all fill the comments with like, Christo, the music's too loud. So I intentionally try and make it pretty quiet. They're training another guy, so let's temporarily halt this siege. Go kill that guy before he starts roaming around the countryside, causing problems. We can take another military idea, which I'm going to do. Cav compatibility. Not going to be useful for us in the early game. Much better later on. Much less good than infantry compatibility, just because you have so many more infantry. 3rd of October, we're going to be there on the 3rd of October. Damn it, we're going to get there probably before he gets trained. No, actually, he still got trained. Beautiful. Alright, let's go back. The reason you don't want to arrive before he gets trained is because if you stand on a province that the AI is training a troop in, they usually cancel the training of that troop. Let's just separate out. Something strange going on there. Let him go. Separate out one of these guys, the one with drill, more drill, to just not go into the province, avoid any unnecessary attrition. You'll see me checking the disputed succession pop up a lot to see, you know, who around can we get our dynasty on their throne. Of course, it doesn't matter too much until we actually switch to like our final form, our ending dynasty. There's a disease outbreak. When there were modifiers on the province that you could see, there were 3 different intensities of disease outbreak. I wonder if that's still true now that it's no longer a province modifier. It would be an odd thing to remove, I'd think. But, yeah. No, I've got to consolidate first. I'm so pleased they added shift consolidate, where you don't delete units if you end up with any that would actually be empty. They just appear as empty units. It's a great change. The reason I'm consolidating and sending these guys out is because there's no reason to have these 500 men standing in the province suffering the 3.5% attrition. 3.5? It was 3. 3.5. 4 actually right now. Attrition in the province. You know, that's an extra... What's that? What's 4% of 500? Quickly. In your head. Don't pay no attention to it scrolling to the right. That has nothing to do with me moving my mouse onto my other monitor. That's 25 guys a month, man. That's like that's half our freaking income of manpower. It's important. So we're going to go off to Stettin next. They have more men. How many men does Wolgast have? This I would like to know. Not army quality, just armies. We'll go with... There's no neighbours function on this. I really hope they add that. And you can't search it. I'd also just like a search function. Wow, those ones have 44% army tradition already. What are they called, sorry? Wolgast, that's right. So it's just sort by country. Wolgast, or an equality. Wolgast has only 1,000 men. So not too bad. But with this low manpower, it would be a tough ask. Right. We are earning 0.26, so not enough to hire an advisor right now. So goals for the campaign. I think... sees that break. Definitely... I'm going to take this so we're ahead of time. Not ahead of time. Oh well. I would definitely like... I'm not going to waste manpower sieging these guys down. You can just go, if you'd like. Goals of the campaign. Forming Germany seems like a very good, kind of very long-term goal. Space Marines just seem like a fun interim period. If we go in and start sieging down both their provinces, they'll probably peace out immediately. Let's be sure to walk in near the beginning of a month, so we don't suffer a attrition tick. Gotta min-max it when you get this little manpower. Essentially, the way we're meant to get manpower is basically exclusively by demanding it from the nobles. But I can't do it from you? Yes, I can. So we can get 3,000 from these guys for 25 loyalty, which is, you know, a lot. Give them favors in 2 years. These guys go in. They should arrive during September. Yes, good. Alright. Now, you have my permission to die. Yes, good. There's a case to be made for carrying on sieging them down. You know, it would give you a lot more money, a lot more army tradition, but I don't think it's worth it. So how mad are you at me for having unlawful imperial territory? They're actually not at all. They do have less reasons to be my ally, though, while I have unlawful imperial territory. Now, do we go immediately after these next guys? We're only at 37 on these guys up here. But we would have to take 4 provinces off them. I'm not convinced we should immediately go after them. Let's take a second. Yeah, they run if we wait here. So let's wait down here, and then the first move of our... we'll be moving to here with 1 day remaining on our move before we declare the war, and then we'll suddenly go in and take them out. Let's do some more drilling. F19's armies? No, it's comma, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, nice. 2.5%. Inf combat. Feeling pretty good. Getting another 10% from this. That's a huge bonus. Where almost all the other bonuses have been reduced by quite a bit. That 10% from quality is a very big deal. Could improve relations with Saxony some more. That's right, we're making it big for the emperorship. Sorry, I totally zoned out on that. 3 of them voting for Austria, though. It's going to be tricky. Although, I was about to say, surely they have more prestige than me. Actually, not the case. A new pope. May he be the leader the church needs. France is now the curia controller. Not ideal, because France is fairly likely to end up in a war with Bohemia, which could drag us in if we want to stay friends with the emperor. Hopefully it'll be a while before that happens, though, because France has some internal problems. Aquitaine, getting lots of land off them, as well as Navarra. Because their king got captured in battle by the English, and as part of his ransom, there was a... And that was also constituted the peace deal negotiations in a war. There was quite a substantial amount of land given over to British allies and British-controlled areas like Aquitaine. Aquitaine in this game is represented as a permanent march, an overseas fief. I don't really know about how it was administered. I suppose it had like a... I don't know if it's called this, but like a viceroy type person, historically. Those Magdeburgian separatists do seem determined to rise up. National institutions. L'état c'est moi. I thought it was c'est les moi. Anyway, I am the state, is what that translates to. Or, give what they want. We can't afford to risk going down lower stability, so unfortunately... I'm going to take the 100 Monarch point hit. I know it's slightly more. What is it? 103? 104 or something? Yes! Church displeasure has expired. Excellent news. Now we're losing only 0.8. Ooh. Unite the duchies of Bavaria. Oh, right. We can't form Prussia right now. Because we're... Okay, we definitely need to switch friggin' guy. Because what we can only do right now is unite the duchies of Bavaria. Country changes to Bavaria. Well, we're not going to get this land, are we? I mean, we could try and PU these guys, I guess. But, I mean, it's going to be tough. Let's check out the dynastic map mode here. Is dynastic under political? Probably. Yeah. So this is the area that we basically have potential. This area, too. Are you... No. Okay. Yeah, the von Wittelsbach dynasty. Are they in Baden as well? No, it's all Baden. It's just the same colour. Okay. Yeah, this is the area we have a chance to get inherit. You know, it's less developed. It's less coastal. It's less good for trade purposes. I'd much rather have my options be in this direction than this direction, I think. So I would like to switch the dynasty back. Get back my option to form Prussia. So yes, I was checking out the Magdeburgians. They're almost certainly going to rebel. And there's going to be how many of them? 6,000. Wow. That's pretty intense. It is a big province. So we'll see what we can do. What's our force limit like now? Good. It did go up to 5, as I thought it would. We are reducing the autonomy here, yes, with our efficient integration and all that. No, it's actually rising. I bet separatism. Yeah, separatism plus 0.46 is pretty huge. But separatism is going to come down. We mustn't let the rebels actually siege it down, because then they will increase the length of the separatism. And once this greater privileges drops off, there's a possibility we could avoid it. We can only reduce the unrest by 1.25 by putting these guys there. I really don't think that's worth it. More favours for the lesser nobles. Magnificent gift. It's so small, I feel like it's worth it. Just get them on side. Because, you know, if we can raise their loyalty now and then demote a bunch of greater nobles, then seems good. Although I think when you demote them, it reduces their loyalty proportional to, partly related to greater noble loyalty. But a soiree. The chandelier, I believe is that how you write soiree? Or is it something else entirely? I don't know. The chandeliers blaze, shadows and light across the grand ballroom of the palace, and the music of the 100 dancing violins fills your ear. Can we afford 100 violins? Your Majesty, Your Excellency, my Prince Elector. The foreign guests and the local dignitaries greet you. Everywhere is conversation, laughter, discussion, breathing, pulsating rhythm of life. Your eyes gaze across the assembled myriads. Who should you talk to tonight? Good evening, my lady. We get 333. I mean, he's average with weak claim. Or, good evening, my good sir. Lose prestige. Yeah, talking to, like, not a woman at a ball apparently loses you prestige. We get a... They're not even 50% off. Well, I'm going to lose a prestige. I don't want a weak claim heir. Although maybe I should have taken it. Just to stabilize our current legitimacy. No. Long-term play is to hold on for a better heir, I think. Okay. So, I really want to give you guys some money. 8 months. And then I can give them a gift. And then feel less bad about the fact I'm going to take manpower off them. How's our stability? We're nearly there? Yes, we're extremely nearly there. 1 more month, probably. Definitely if it calculates every month, but it might calculate every 6 months or something. I'm not sure. I guess we're about to find out. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it is every 6 months. Or 3 months, could be every quarter. Let's check out Happy Provinces. 0.5 tax modifier. What? What? That doesn't seem good. Hey, there we go. Oh, maybe it's not on a monthly tick. Interesting. I wonder why it happened on the 15th of January. I guess the idea is to spread out when the calculations happen to reduce the kind of spikes in programming usage. So let's check out our court and education and stuff. Court is now ticking down, which is unfortunate. Court wealth has stayed at 2, which supports my theory that the amount that comes out each month is 10. 10% that is, with us putting in 2. I think we're okay with a shabby court for now. It would cost quite a bit to get it higher, I think, without helping some other way. How about education? Still ticking up. We have to get it up. The education is nice and easy to remember, because for at least for the first 5 levels, it's just 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc. It's still ticking up, but not very quickly. Church is putting more money in it now, I guess, because we have more church lands down in Magdeburg. Could increase state funding a bit. I think we're going to live with it for now. I think we're not in a financial situation to be putting lots of money into the church. Okay, I am going to call it an episode there. In the next one, we're going to go for that Pomeranian succession. We're going to take all 4 of these provinces, hopefully, and thereby gain cores. I could spend money to core this now, but I'd much rather do it at once for free by completing the mission. So, until the next episode, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.